another one. And if you could switch it back to the YouTube. All right, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical, 125th Street, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. And this is the Sabbath class, and we'll go ahead and begin with our first reader.
Uriah ban Yamyan ban Yashala.
Uriah ban Yamyam ban Yashala.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatah.
Yashala.
Do I blow the horn? Yeah, go ahead, blow the horn. You got it. All right. Okay. We're gonna say the prayers. So, Sar, meaning turn towards the east. And hold on one second. Let me get the prayers out. Why they keep changing stuff? These things don't even have a
It's not up in there. It should have been an extra one up in there.
damn. All right. Whenever you're ready.
We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak-Waka.
Malak-Waka.
Taba'a.
Ratazayaka.
Ayah.
I.S.U.P.K. Barataza.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Nathanalawa. Lacham.
Call.
Yawam.
Wasalachlanawa. Kabawathinawa. Kasalachnawa. Kabawathinawa. Wala'a. Tabia'ayanawa. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahata para. La'aywalamyam. Aman.
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us. Our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakak, the power. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua. Baba Kashar. Nathanalawa. Hakak. La Rapa'ah. Call Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. Lahakwayam. Hamatayam. Hakak. El Rakawat. Hatamala. Lagarashan. Bahashem Yahushua. The water Aman.
In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 21 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. I.Y.A.HANNA.
I.Y.A.HANNA.
I.H.A.R.Y.A.
I.H.A.R.Y.A.
Mahayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah. Azariah.
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 Ma'ai. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha. Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratazah. Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka. Mana. La'ah. Hanawam.
Wala'ah.
Yahishun. Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyunka.
Yawamam.
Yashamash. La'ah. Yakayaka.
Wayarak. Balal Yala.
Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makalrai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar.
Taza'atka. Wabawaka. Ma'aitha.
Wa'aid In the English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
From
whence cometh my help?
My help?
My help cometh from the Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
He
will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord, the Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Dama Yalaka. Al-Takarash. Al-Tashakwat. All. Kayahana. Hawayabika. Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka. Ya'ira Yamwa. Sawad. Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa. Lakawa.
Wanakas Yadam.
Magawa.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwad. Kaya. Nawa'ai Tazawa. La. Yakhadwa. Alyaka. Baryat. Yakaratwa. Ahaya. Adawam. Wa Yashama'ai Aliyaham.
Wa Yashama'ai Aliyaham.
Mawa'aba. Wahagaria. Gabal. Wa Amawan. Wa Amalak. Palashat. Hawaya. No, Salakia. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gum Ashawar. Nalawa.
Imam.
Hayawa. Zarawai.
Laban Yalawat.
Salah. I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasayasa
Kasayasara'a.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayashawan.
Kwayashawan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama'a.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayabmawa.
Nadayab.
Rad.
Ka'irab.
Wakazabah.
Wakazabah.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazalamanai.
Wakatazalamanai.
Call Nasayakamwa.
Call Nasayakamba.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Allah. Salakia. Imarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa. Atha.
Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyaraka.
Lapanyaraka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Tabaira Ya'ira.
Tabaira Ya'ira.
Wakalaba'ah.
Wakalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haharyam.
Haharyam.
Called Tharadapma.
Khan Tharadapma.
Basa Iraka.
Basa Iraka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
Taba'alaham.
Taba'alaham.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kalawam.
Kalawam.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan.
Al Kaharataza.
Al Kaharataza. All right. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
Hold thy peace. Salakia. I just want to make sure nobody could hear.
No sweat. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden.
One.
They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarim. Gebal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur
is also
joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeb. Yea. All their princes as Zebah. And as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves. The houses of God.
The power.
In possession.
O my power.
Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. As the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
All right.
So sorry. You know what I'm saying? Turn towards the front. And then Imodium, which means to sit. All right, so of course, you know, this is the Sabbath class. We're going to first read the Hebrew. You know, we're starting at Genesis 37. This thing is loud. Genesis 37 and here.
You said 21?
Yeah, Genesis 37:21.
23 is the one that's marked.
Right, well, we're gonna start
21.
Yeah, start 21. Just so you know.
Get a little context on it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 37, verse 21 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA,
Oh, so I can go ahead.
Ra'aban, hold up. Yeah. Ra'awaban, Waya Tazala Awa, Mayadam, Waya Amar, La'a, Nakanwa, Napash.
Right.
Verse 22 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Alaham, Ra'awaban, all the Shah Pakawa, Dum, Hasha La Yakwa, Athawa, all.
I think that's. I don't think it's
Well, at the beginning, it's Athawa. Athawa.
Either way, whatever.
All Habawar, Habawar, Hataza, Ashar.
No, that's Hazah.
Hazah, Ashar, Bama Dabar, Wayad, all, Tashalakwa, Bawa, Lamai, Lama'ain, Ha Tazayal, Atwa, Mayadam, Lahashayabwa, all, Abayawa. Verse 23 in the Hebrew, Wayahaya, Wayahaya, Ka'ashar, Ba'a, Yawasap,
all ha, wait, yeah. Ahakayawa, Wayapashia, wait, yeah. Wayapashia Tawa, no. Wayashai, wait, Waya, Wayapash, wait,
Pash ya what? Pash ya what?
Yawapash, Wayashapatwa, Ath, Yawasap, Atha, Kath, Katha, Kathanathwa, Kayathantawa, Atha, Kathanath,
I guess yeah, right.
Kathanath,
Yeah.
okay, kind. Hapasium, Ashar, Ilayawa,
Oh, you what?
Alyawa, verse 24 in the Hebrew, Wayakwak, no, yeah, Wayakwak, Quathaya, wait, Wayakwak, Wayakwakthaya, Wayakwakhawa, Wayashalkawa, Athwa, Habaria, Habara,
Habara.
Habara, Wahabara, Rakwa,
What? Habawar.
Wahabawar, Wahabawar, Rakwa, Ayan, Bawa, Mayam, verse 25 in Hebrew, Wayashabwa, La'akal, Acham, Lacham, Wayashawa, I Ayan Yahawam, Ayan Yaham, Wayara, Wayara, Wayarawa,
Yeah.
Waya, Ra'awa, Ya, yeah, wait, Wahana, Arak, Araktha, Arakath, Ya, Ya Shamaya, yeah, Wa Shamai Aliyaham, Ba'a, Magala, no, Magalaide, Wa Gamala Yaham, Wa Gamal Yaham, Nasha'ayim, Naka'ath, Wa Tazarya, Wa Lot, Ha, Wa Lakium, Laha war yad Matazariam, verse 26 in the Hebrew, Wayamar Yahawada all wa Akyawa Ma'a Ba Tazai Kaya Naharag Ata Akya yeah, Akya Nawa Wakasayanwa Ath Damwa, verse 27 in the Hebrew, Lakawa Wanam Kar, wait, Wakanama, wait, Wanamak Ranawa, hmm? Wanamakar Nawa, La Yashama I Aliyaham, Wa Yadanwa, La'a, the, hmm?
That was all.
All, okay, count, all, read it backwards. Sahaya, Bawa, Kaya, Aknawa, Basharnawa, Hayawa, no, Hawa, Hawa'a, Wayashamaiwa, Aquana, no, Aqua, Akyawa, verse 28 in the Hebrew. What your eye, yeah, what your eye barwa, Ana Shayam, Anashim,
Yep.
Madaya Nayam, Sakaryam, Waya Wayamashkawa, Waya Ilawa, Ata Yawasap, Man, Habawar, Wayamak, Wayamakarwa, Atha Yawasap, La Yashima I Aliyaham, Ba Basharyam, Kasap, Wayabayawa, Waya Waya Bayaawa, Atha Yawasap, Matazariam, Matazariah, yeah, Matazariam,
Good enough, man.
it's tricky, it's cool. Okay. Verse 30, it's the book of Genesis, chapter 37, verse 21 in the English. And Reuben heard it and delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him.
Right. So this is where they were uh Joseph, he had all these dreams, and how he was basically had a vision and a dream of how he was going to be over his brothers. And basically he told his brothers, and his brothers were mad at this. They were very envious of their brother Joseph having all these dreams, and his dream depicted that, basically he was going to be over them, and he's the youngest. And so basically, uh, and then Joseph goes on to tell his father about another dream he had about how he's going to be over his father, his mother, and his brothers. You know, and his brothers didn't like, you know, these visions, these dreams Joseph was having. While his father, he just thought it was just something interesting. It was like, man, you're gonna be over me and your mother and all your brothers, you know. So, when the brothers kind of in a sense got together, they were kind of angry, and then they were basically plotting to do something to so when the script, the verse before this one, they said they wanted to throw him in a pit and frame it to where a beast devoured him. So in this verse, you know as they were saying this, Reuben heard it. Reuben being the oldest, he heard it, and he said, you know he ought to deliver him out of their hands, because they're gonna throw him a pit. They're gonna frame it like some evil beast killed Joseph. And Reuben didn't like this, and he said, well, let us not kill him. Okay.
In verse 22, and Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again.
Right. So Reuben's basically like, well, let's not hurt him, but let's just go ahead and throw him in the pit in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be out of their hands. So if something happened to him, it just happened to him. We just gonna throw him in this pit, make it hard for him to get out. And if some come and eat him up, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 23, and it came to pass when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph of his coat of many colors that was on him.
Right. So this is the coat that his father um, Isaac made for him. Isaac, no, Israel, Salakia. His father Israel made for him. Because Joseph was Jacob's favorite, Israel's favorite. So Israel ended up creating a nice little sweater for his son with, like how it said, many colors. And basically, they as they were about to throw him in this pit, they took the coat, they took the sweater off him, like on some, what I'm saying, give me that, what I'm saying, give me that mess, man. And basically, what I'm saying, I don't know how they threw him. They might have Sparta kicked him into the pit. They might have, what I'm saying, but they took his coat off. And go ahead, man.
Verse 24, and they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty, and there was no water in it.
Right. So they took him and casted him, and they threw him in a pit, man, into a pit. It was empty. So there wasn't nothing in, no snakes or nothing. It was just a pit. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing to there wasn't, like a war hog or in there with him to, bite him up and kill him. It was just a regular pit. There was no water in it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing for him to drink. You know what I'm saying? Was it muddy or nothing? It was just a regular pit. So they threw him in there.
Verse 25, and they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Galilee. Salakia, from Gilead, with their camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, carrying it down to Egypt.
So they saw some Ishmaelites, you know what I'm saying, that was on their way to Egypt. It was like a damn near a caravan of Ishmaelites, camels and everything. They were, I guess, since they had bearing, you could take a guess and say these might have been merchants. or you know what I'm saying, men about to sell what they had. That's why they were on their way to Egypt. Go ahead.
And Salaki, if I may, you know what I'm saying? This kind of give you a little bit of background history on them Arabs in that gas station. While you go to your gas station, you get more than gas. You can get your hats, you can get clothes, you can get whatever you want. The Ishmaelites bring it all to shop.
Right.
They merchants. They historically are known for being merchants. You know what I'm saying? It's just a verse on that.
Right. Nothing new under the sun.
Right.
As it is back then, so is it today.
Right.
That's a great example. Keep going.
Verse 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
Right. So what profit is it if we slay our brother and hide his death? You know what I'm saying? We gotta gain something from this. We can't just see Judah. Judah got that wickedness, you know what I'm saying, in his brain, etched with a diamond. It's like Judah, that's what, you know what I'm saying. Judah always been known for doing wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Judah trying to get something out the whole mess. You know what? We can't just. He saw them Israelites and he saw that caravan. He was like, hold up, we could get something out this nigga. I hate this nigga. So we gonna get something out of this instead of just killing them and concealing it and just, you know what I'm saying. We gonna get something out this brother.
Right, something out the ordeal.
Right, something out the ordeal. You know, I got to benefit from this in some kind of way other than him being dead. Right. Continue if you could. Oh, you got something to add?
Nah, I mean, it's just like much Judites today. I mean, really don't do something for nothing, you know.
Right.
Sell their brothers over, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Judites, when it come to going to jail, you know, they got to get something out of it. If I'm going to give a brother away, I might as well benefit in some way. Well, let me take the lesser deal. Right. You know, go ahead and send him up the road for 20 years and, you know, I get 5, you know, as long as we just get something out of it. You know, that's regular Judite, you know, customs as of nowadays and so back in the day as well. So,
right.
You know, verse 27, if you like, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hands be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, and his brethren were content.
See now what this is, Judah trying to put the blame on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He said, let us sell him. Basically, he's about to sell his brother into bondage. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of the, you know, you lead a man, but anyway. You know, he's about to sell his brother into bondage, basically, and he wants to put the blame on another nation. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, of course we gonna get into the story, but he wants to throw off all the I want to say the responsibility, all the blame and responsibility onto another people. So, you know, it's like his hands were never a part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you sell a man into captivity, man, you held accountable of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I'm saying? That's why he said, for he, you know, let not our hand be upon him. Well, okay, you didn't strike him, you didn't smite him, you know, you didn't kill him, but I mean, you basically sold the man into slavery.
Right.
I mean, so you're going to be held accountable for that. You can't just, you know, and he tried to sugarcoat it at the end and say, you know what I'm saying, for he is our brother and our flesh. Like, nigga, you was about to kill him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that brother in our flesh then means too much to you.
Right.
You know, especially if you're gonna sell him to another people. That's I mean, you might as well have just killed him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a lot. If I could, it's just like them Christian pastors, you know what I'm saying? When it's time, like it's the year 2020, they finna go into another vote.
Right.
Your Christian pastor's gonna sell y'all unto another nation of people. And then whatever happens to you, to whatever politician that they done sold you to for your vote, they're gonna put their hands up. They're gonna say they had nothing to do with it, or it's not their fault, that it's the politician's fault, but they told you to go out and vote. They told you to go out and put that other nation of people above you. They sold you to them.
Right.
Because they got the money for your vote. And you got all the turmoil while they sitting up in their mansion, rolling around in their Benz and in their Phantom, and we out getting killed every day on the streets.
Right.
So like it, sir. That's all I want to put
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a great analogy, man, because like that's what your pastor does, man. When your pastor is a sellout, he's selling you out to another people. That's his job. His job is to maintain that balance of master and slave, the middleman. He's trying to make sure both sides is doing, you know what I'm saying, and how can I say both sides doing what they do,
doing their part.
you know, slave master stays the master, slaves stay the slaves. You know what I'm saying? That's why they'll say, you know, all you gotta do is forgive your sins. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta say is say you're sorry and you good, brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever come back to the Most High. Don't ever do the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your way out. We don't need y'all to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what your pastor will say. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor doesn't want you to unite and actually believe in loving each other as a people, because
Right.
there's no profit in that. He doesn't gain anything from his slave master, from having the slaves uprise and take slave master as a possession. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's a great point, man. You know what I'm saying?
We got one more in English. Verse 28 in the English. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew up and lifted Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? It's something about being sold for 20 pieces of silver, man. How many?
Judas got 30.
Judas got 30?
30.
30?
He got 30.
Man, like, and you could have, I mean, man, just pieces of silver. I mean, y'all could have at least gone for the gold or something, man. Like, why? Like that's what I don't get, because when they sell their brother, they always do it for a very low amount. Like it's never like some outrageous amount that they would sell their brother.
It's always
Like,
something cheap.
yeah, it's always something very little. Like I'm not exactly sure how much 20 pieces of silver would get you back then. You know what I'm saying?
Don't sound like much.
Yeah, but it really don't sound that much, because especially if it's silver. You know what I'm saying? I know silver was still pretty valuable, but it's not as valuable as gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they sold their brother for 20 pieces to the Ishmaelites. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they brought Joseph into Egypt, into bondage.
Verse 37, chapter 30, this book of Genesis, chapter 37, verse 29, in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Ra'awaban, all Habawar, YAHANNA, Ayan, YAHUSP, Babawar, Wayakwarai, Atha, Bagadyawa, verse 30 in the Hebrew. YAHSHA, all Akiwa, Wayamar, Hayalad, Ayanyawa. Wait, Ayanya.
Ayan, Noah.
Ayanawa. My bad, my bad. I thought I ain't have it.
You good?
Wa Anwa.
What Anya?
Wa Anya.
Anya meaning I, wa meaning and.
Yeah. Ana. Anya. Ba'a. Verse 31 in the Hebrew. Wayakwakawa. Atha. Kathanath. Yawasap. Waya Shach. Waya Kashas. Tawa. Waya Shakat. Tawa. Sha'ir. No. Sha'ayar. Sha'ayar. Isaiah. Isaiah. Waya Tabawa. Atha. Hakat. Hakathanath.
Kathanath. How did you say it that first time? Kathanath.
Yeah.
Kathanath.
Hakathanath. Badam.
Right.
Verse 32 in the Hebrew. Waya Shalachwa. Atha. Kathanath. Hapasium. Waya Baya. Wait. Waya Bayawa. Waya Bayawa. All. Abayaham. Waya Amarwa. Za'ath. Ma Taza Anwa. Ma Taza Anwa.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Hakar. Na'a. Ha Hakathanath. Hakathanath.
Right.
Banak. Hawa'a. Am La'a. Verse 33 in the Hebrew. Waya Kayara. Waya Amar. Kathanath. Banya. Chaya. Ra'aya. No. Ra'aya. A Kalath. No. A Kalatha'a. No. Ha
Called Thawa.
Hakathawa. Ha Akathawa. Tarap. Yawasap. Verse 34 in the Hebrew. Raya Kwarai. Yaikwa. Shamal. Shamalath. Yawa. Wayasham. Shakwa. Bama. Bamatanwa. Yawa. Bamatanyawa. Wayata Abla, wait, Wayata Abal, all, no, Io, Banwa, Banya, no, Banwa, Yamayum, Rabbayum. Verse 35 in the Hebrew, Wayaquamwa, call, Banyawa, Yakal, Banathiawa, Lanak, Walanaquamo, no, Wanahamwa, Wayamaan, La Hataquam,
Or Danakam.
Danakam,
Yeah.
Waya Amar, Kaya, Arad, Banya, Abal, Sha'ala, wait, yeah, Sha'ala, Wayabak, Atawa, Abayawa, verse 36.
Well, in English.
In the English?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Verse 29 in the English. Book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 29 in the English. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes, and he returned unto his brethren.
Okay.
And, come on.
Right. Okay. So right. Okay. So Reuben. Okay. So Reuben wasn't with his brothers, or maybe. Well, we don't know.
Oh, he couldn't have been.
Yeah, to return unto the pit and to see there was no reason for him to return if he knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't with his brothers. So when we went back to the pit, he found that Joseph was not there. Something happened to Joseph, and he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And when he found that Joseph was not there, he rent his clothes. He um basically he was pissed off. A nigga was about to put on some sackcloth and repent. So keep going.
Come on. And he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and I, whither shall I go?
Right. So he's basically like, where is Joseph, man? What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened to Joseph? You know, where can I find him?
Come.
All right.
Verse 31. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats and dipped the coat in blood.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 32. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, right, and said, this have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no.
Right. So they're trying to frame it on the evil beast again. They trying to say some got to him. They don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Joseph. But what we found was his coat with blood on it. Go ahead.
And Salakia, if I may, they so dubious and just show you the mind of niggas, you know, they ask him, you know, is this his coat or not?
Right.
Is this, do you recognize this? It's kind of like when you go down to, and they have you know how it is, especially us black folks in the world, when something happens to, you know, your son or your daughter or something, they have you come down and they say, you know, well, is this theirs? Do you recognize this?
Right.
And you know damn well
Right.
I recognize this. This is my baby, or this is my child, or yes, this is the chain that I gave them. You know it. You know.
Right.
Or niggas, you know what I'm saying? How we'll be like, oh man, dude,
Right.
if you see something up in here that's yours, let me know. And you know damn well you done stole from me. You know I'm gonna see mine. You know I'm gonna see what's mine. I know what I gave to them. And this pretty much what they saying to their fathers. Is this the coat? Do you recognize?
Right.
And it's like, y'all quit playing. Quit playing with your
Right.
daddy like that, man.
They
Like,
holding it up in front of say, I think it's his. I mean, I see kind of the colors on it, but I'm not sure. Do you recognize it?
right. Like
Abba? I mean, it got blood on it, but
bro,
I think it's his.
man. Niggas is crazy, bro.
Right.
But this just show you the mind of niggas, man.
Real
And
talk.
we've been the same forever, you know. So you want me to continue, sir?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Verse 33. And he knew it and said, it is my son's coat. And evil beasts have devoured him.
Right.
And Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces.
Right. So the father, Israel, you see it, and he's like, you know what? That's Joseph's coat. I know. Oh man, some got to him, an evil beast, and definitely tore him to pieces.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And so,
No,
like
go
it, sir,
ahead.
if I could, it's crazy because they pick up the coat. Now you got the coat,
Right.
and you take it to your dad to ask him, "Is it the coat? Why would you have the coat if it wasn't the coat?"
Right. Real
That's
talk.
that's the messed up part. And then you got they got Israel there thinking that his son gone because he ain't in the coat, so he gotta be gone somewhere. Something bad had to have happened to him, thinking the worst. You know, the story goes on, and we all know what comes after, but it's just amazing how they was able to pull this trick on their father, you know, after, well, with selling their brother off to another nation of people.
Right.
You know,
Right.
read on, sir?
Yeah. Go to 34.
34, come. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth on his loins and mourn for his son many days.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Jacob is, he basically, you know what I'm saying, was very mournful because he felt like his son had died and a evil beast or whatever got to him, and that his son is no more, that he his so-called favorite son is gone for good. So he put on sackcloth and, mourned his son's death. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 35. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son's mourning. Thus his father wept for him.
Right. So that means he was very depressed. You know what I'm saying? He refused to be comforted. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing anybody could do to cheer him up. He didn't want to be he didn't want to be cheered up. He wanted to mourn his son's death. You know what I'm saying? That Jacob cared deeply for Joseph. Go ahead, read 36 in English.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 30, 37 and 36 in the English, verse 36 in the English. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard.
Right. So basically, that's who they sold. Right. That they basically sold Joseph, to an Egyptian captain and an officer of Pharaoh's. So for some reason, the scriptures felt that was necessary to know. So we're gonna find that nigga in slavery. We're gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying? Whoever had Joseph. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you know what I'm saying? This is the Sabbath class, you know what I'm saying? Every Saturday, every Sabbath. All right. And this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting 1 West 125th Street under Commander General YAHANNA. I'm saying not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. And you know what I'm saying, Ahmadiyim. You know what I'm saying? Me understand. We're gonna read the prayers and then salute the Torah. And that will be the end of class. Lord's Prayer? Yeah, do the Lord's Prayer. All right, so, you know what I'm saying, Sar, meaning turns towards the east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'a.
Taba'a.
Ratazayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Haya.
Haya.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya.
Bashamaya.
Bashamaya.
Nathanalawa.
Nathalanawa.
Lacham.
Lakam.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam. Wasalakhlanawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Kabawatnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabi'ayanawa.
Tabi'ayanawa.
Vanasayawan.
Vanasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanawa.
Hawashayanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapara.
Wahatapara.
La'aywalamim.
La'aywalamim.
Aman.
Amen. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth, as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us
our debts.
Our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Right, our debtors. And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, so sorry, we're gonna salute the Torah. How about Shemi Al-Shabarak? Yeah. Let's salute that mother too. Go ahead, bro.
How about Shemi Al-Shabarak? Yeah.
There you go. Okay, most of the All right, we're gonna salute the brothers and sisters in class and on. Come on, in class and then online. You know. All right. So men of Israel, Hamad Shabbat, Ahmadiyim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Al-Shabarak, Yajmatash. Sarah turns towards the sisters, saying Hamad Shabbat, Ahmadiyim, Barak. Yahweh Shema Taba Shem Yahushua. Hajmataj, dismissed.